Welcome back into the mental game where this week's guest is rapper Gashi.
People say things like, you never quit, like you never say no. I think the reason why I was built that way is because no matter what I did in my life, my father never said, good job, I'm proud of you. He's never said that.
And in this episode, Gashi opens up about living his dream in the music industry, but he also talks about his childhood trauma, mental health struggles, battling anxiety, and so much more on his road to signing with his favorite artist, Jay-Z, and now going independent where he is living out his dreams in music. All of that and so much more in this amazing conversation. But first, I want to tell you about Man Therapy. And guys, I am talking to you because, look, we have to be comfortable being vulnerable and talking about our mental health. And that's why I want you to go to mantherapy.org today to find amazing tools and resources to take the best care of your mental health. But now it is time for the latest episode here on The Mental Game with Gashi. Welcome back into the mental game. As you can see, I got a very special guest sitting next to me, rapper Gashi. And, you know, people get your name wrong. I wanted to make sure I got it. Yeah,
Gashi's correct. Gashi is American. So I like, being
but the natural, we need the family name.
Gashi.
Appreciate you
saying
so much
it the right way. Thank you for having me,
man. You've got a lot going on right now. You just came from Planet Fitness, getting a pumping, now doing a podcast, fresh off a jet from AZ. I mean, are you able to just kind of take a breath, or is it go, go, go all the time?
I mean, bro, I just feel like the thing that's so crazy is recently I tried to sign an artist named Tony from Jersey. It's an Albanian kid, and he is a therapist. He's younger than me, and he's a therapist rapper. And he's like, yo, I think you need a break. And I think he's right. I haven't gotten a break. I haven't gone on vacation. I haven't done anything. Like, it's so sad to think about. Like, I was fucking poor. I signed my deal. I made money, and I never went on vacation. I bought my family vacations. I bought them cribs. I bought them whips. I did everything I could do, but I never stopped. Even after the pandemic, I just kept going. I need to stop because it causes me anxiety when I start thinking about it.
Right.
Because I freak out, man. When you just brought that up, it gave me a little like. No, it's just a reminder, like, holy shit.
Well, this show is perfect for that then. I mean, I had no idea that you just signed an artist. That's your, therapist. This can be kind of a therapy session too, a little bit.
I haven't signed them, but what I do with my artists before I sign them, I hang out with them.
Yeah, vibe, make sure.
Yeah, if I can't get along with you, it's not happening.
Well, man, I'm super psyched to have you in here. I've been listening to
man.
music for a while, back when people would call you Gashi, not knowing it's Gashi. Yeah. But I'm excited to go through your story through music, signing. Obviously you had a viral moment when you signed, but then some things happen behind the scenes. You find out maybe independent's the way to go. You're independent now, working on an album. But before we get to all that, first thing I start with everything is just, what does mental health mean to you? And it's a unique question because we all go through different shit. Yeah. So I suggest to you, what does it mean to you, mental health?
Mental health is everything. Mental health is, I don't know. Mental health is so important, and it's basically, mental health is it's the most important thing that's been ignored in my community and in my household. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm 34 years old, and I'm seeing it now that we ignored it too long, and I'm getting hit with all these traumas and triggers. And, I wish I would have paid attention to mental health. And I know the question was just to answer it, and there's not one answer because I don't know. It's like if you have a computer, it's basically the main part of it.
Yeah.
And I've lost my mind a few times, and it's so scary.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're going crazy and you're losing control. And when I feel like I don't have control of something, I panic. And it's the reason why I don't do drugs anymore. Besides me hating who I become, I don't do drugs anymore is because I get on a roller coaster that I can't get off of. And that's what agoraphobia is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So like being agoraphobic or agoraphobic, whatever you want to call it, when that's what I am. I suffer from that. So when I can't get off of a high, I don't like to do it.
Mm.
So anything that I do, anything that happens to me that I don't have control of turning it off,
Yep.
rather is a noise, or if you're in a plane
Yep.
and somebody sprays a fragrance and I can't get rid of that smell and I'm
Sure.
trapped on a fucking plane.
Yep.
Can I curse on here?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
All right. Dude, I'm fucking losing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I think all of this is mental health. If I had a therapist, I had a psychiatrist, whatever it is, I'm sure I can help myself. But I just put everything on me.
Well, it's a heavy weight you put on you, and it's like I'm in recovery. I've been in recovery for 2 years, and it's incredible once you get away from that. But I almost describe it as autopilot. Do you feel like you sometimes were an autopilot in those modes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy when you
it's
get
crazy.
there.
You're just going.
Yeah.
You're just like,
You have no real control. It controls you, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get on elevators.
I'm scared of elevators. I hate elevators.
Why are you scared?
Because I'm worried that it'll get stopped and I'll get stuck. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I'll take stairs like 10
Dude,
stairs.
I have a fucking guy running up the stairs tattooed on my ear.
Fantastic.
Because I hate them. I
Yeah.
hate them. I'm like, I remember when I met Quincy Jones, and he said, "What's that?" And I told him, I hate elevators. And he said, "Oh, so does Prince." And it's so crazy. Prince ended up dying in an elevator.
Gosh, that's wild.
And he said they were the devil. I have an album called Elevators. And my first album was called Stairs, because life was stairs my whole life. It's so hard to go up, but it's so easy to come down. So I just like, while everybody was taking the elevator in their careers and all my friends were taking off, people that I've helped that never helped me.
Right.
I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to take the stairs one step at a time. And that was my life.
But your grind from being a kid, being a refugee, moving to Brooklyn. I mean, you won't move to so many places even before that.
Yeah.
Like you talked about it right in that first answer about mental health. Like your family, your culture, this was like pushed down. Y'all didn't talk about this at all.
Yeah.
What kind of toll did that take on you just growing up, moving to Brooklyn and just, I mean, you were kind of hiding music from your parents, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's so crazy. Like, I was born in Africa. I was born in Libya. So I'm Albanian. Both my parents are from Kosovo, but the war happened. So they went to Libya and they took a boat across to Tripoli. That's where I was born. I was born in a project like refugee building.
Yeah.
Full of refugees. The Philippines was going through it. There were a lot of Filipinos that I grew up with, but you know, it was not easy, man. And we were trying to figure out a way to get to America the whole time. That was the goal, freedom, right? And traveled 24 countries, over so many countries with my parents, figuring it out and getting us to, I remember being a kid watching my mom smoke a cigarette at the airport because we would sleep at the airports because they would not let us through another country. And we had to stay there to figure out what's next. And now that I'm older, I'm realizing, you know, I was raised by a narcissist. And I love my parents more than anything in the world. I love my parents more than anything in the world. Like, I would never put my parents down because, you know, part of the Albanian culture, like a lot of the mental toll that I go through is because I'm living for my mom and dad. If my mom and dad were not in my life, I think I would be way more free, because majority of the stuff that I go through is me fighting my true self.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going through my mental issues and my mental health issues, and the pain that I suffer, the anxiety that I suffer is me fighting my real self. But I can't live my real self because I'm worried about these two Albanian old school motherfuckers who don't understand a true artist, don't allow me to be myself. So I kind of just live for my mom and dad majority of the time. And I was raised by a narcissist. My dad's a narcissist. He suffers from depression. And I'm watching my father finally get medication now for his depression. And he's changing a little bit, but it's still too late. But it's never too late to get medication for your depression. And I want to jump on that now because I feel like I suffer from depression.
When did you start being able to even unpack any of that shit? I mean, watching that as a kid and having so much go on between your parents, moving, trying to figure out who you are as a kid, then getting into music. I mean, how long did you hold that in? When did you first start like even being like, this is fucked up?
Bro, I mean, for a long time, I just feel like yo, I've been through so much shit, and it shows in my music. Why? I never did one genre. Why do I do so many genres? It's because I code switch. Because I was
Mm,
always the poor kid trying to be friends with the rich kids, and I would
sure.
always switch codes to make them feel comfortable. I always felt like the pit bull in a poodle park because every time I came in, everybody would grab their children and be like, "Stay away, stay away." Because I was the Albanian kid and I was always the fucking kid that was from a poor fucking neighborhood. So I would code switch and speak nicely so they would accept me. And that's what I do now. I fucking code switch on music, code switch on genres, do all these things to fit in because I'm just trying to be everything but myself.
Are you afraid to be yourself
Yeah,
sometimes? What do you think that come? Is it come from outside judgment, from disappointing your parents? Like, where does that come from?
everything. But you hit it on the head. My parents. That's what it is. I'm come to realize everything is my parents. If I wasn't living for them and I could officially be myself, I mean, it was for me too. I can't just like blame them.
Yeah,
For a while, I wasn't comfortable with who I was, and still I'm not comfortable with who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I hate my head shape. My head is shaped like a fucking weird like shape. Like all Albanians have this weird flat back because we're all like laid on the ground. So all the babies were laid on the ground and have a flat head. And I hate the way my head is shaped. So I wear a hat all the time because that's all I know. Since I was a kid, I would always just wear a hat. It was my insecurity.
yeah.
And I take my hat off nowadays, people go, yo, I just realized like I never really saw you without a hat on. You know what I mean? They go, oh, wow, you have a hairline? I'm like, yeah. And they go, wow, like, I just realized I never saw you without your hat on. Is because I have this Albanian shaped head. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my insecurities. Another insecurity I have is like, you know, I'm always worried that I'm not masculine enough. Right?
Have
Because
you
I'm
looked in the mirror?
what do you mean?
Like, you look like a fucking man. Like, you know what's crazy is I'm trying not to name drop on the show, but like, you're in the music business. Kevin Gates, you look at him and you would think he's like the ultimate tough guy, right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes he's ever said was to me on this show, backstage at a show, and he said, "It takes more courage to be vulnerable than it does to be a tough guy." Like, y'all, I mean, I don't know if you want to be compared to Kevin Gates, but like, y'all are two peas in a pod. Like, you look like you could beat the shit out of someone. And
No, but that's funny you said that. I have a lot of anxiety, and I'm having anxiety right now, which is so fucking crazy. I was gonna drink some water.
you're good.
But when I say things like I want to be more masculine, it's because I'm fucking vulnerable as fuck, and I'm very understanding. I don't judge people. So whatever you do, I never judge people around me. And damn, I'm getting so much anxiety.
Well, I don't mean to get the anxiety up, but like, you
Yeah.
opening up. I mean, look, I've listened through some of your interviews over the past few
Yeah.
years. Like, I appreciate you peeling back a curtain, whether it's about your parents, your music, things that you've gone
Yeah,
through.
yeah. I just been through a lot, man, and I think I'm just very, very drained right now. You got me in a crazy time where I just got off the plane. I haven't slept in a week. I have a lot going on in my life right now. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm the CEO of my own label right
Right.
now, and I'm just going through a lot of health issues too. And I'm just trying to figure everything out, and it's just been so fucking difficult. Um, just trying to juggle everything and make sure that I'm, on it. I do have a family that I feed, and I have a lot of people that depend on me. So
Mhm.
it's not easy for me, and it's a very, very difficult time for me. Um, and it's just very hard. That's it. And when I say things like I wish I was more masculine, I just feel like I'm very vulnerable. I'm very, very soft. I'm a soft person.
But doesn't make you not masculine.
I know.
That's the thing, is it's like you put some pressure on yourself almost,
Yeah.
of like trying to live up to this expectation. Like, I'll give you a specific example for me, and you obviously look way more masculine than I do. I'm a skinny white dude from Cincinnati. But my dad, when I'm on the phone telling him that I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to jump off a bridge, he told me, "Be a man, fuck off. We all go through this shit." It's like, That's what we were taught for so long.
I know, but it's the worst.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying is that like you don't have to feel that pressure. You can be that vulnerable, soft guy, whatever you want to be. That's going to make you stronger. And that's probably why it comes across in your music how emotional of a person you are. Like that's your journal. That is your therapy.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like that's sad. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like your dad's like my dad.
Yeah. But I always say this, and I told you I speak all over the country. If people truly love and care about you, they will understand, they will help you. Even your dad starting like medication this late. Like I know it can't make up for everything you went through before.
Yeah.
But that shows some type of level where, like you said it yourself, it almost motivates you to want to start maybe therapy medication
I need to
too.
start doing what I need to be doing. I need to get on it ASAP. I think I need it. I just think that I proved my dad wrong. I made money. I became successful, and I think he sometimes can't believe it and can't accept it. So I never heard my dad say sorry. I never heard it's just super narcissistic. If you look at the fucking dictionary and you look at that word, my dad's picture would pop up because he's the final boss of a narcissistic game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've dealt with that my whole life, and I feel like people say things like you never quit, like you never say no. I think the reason why I was built that way is because no matter what I did in my life, my father never said, good job, I'm proud of you. He's never said that. I played football. I went All-American, fucking All-City. I fucking did everything I could, never said anything. I fucking did music, never said anything. So for a while, I feel like I'm always trying to prove something to someone that doesn't care about me. And that's what my father did to me.
When you don't unpack that and you don't talk about it, it builds up. Like it affects you. Like that might be, I don't know if you've hit your rock bottom. I'm not saying this in a mean way. Like I've been there myself. I get it. Are there points where you thought about not wanting to be around your family or not wanting to just be here at all?
Bro, what you mean? Every fucking time. I come out to LA to not be around my family. Bro, like there's so much shit about me the world doesn't know. I suffer from a lot of fucking shit, not just anxiety. There's so much shit that I hide from the world. There's so much things that the people don't know about me, and it just feels like every time I try to open and tell people and they fucking act different towards me, and I don't fucking like it. It's fucking terrible. It's a horrible feeling. The greatest love you can give anyone is allowing them to be authentically themselves around you. And it's not money. It's not what you can do, no favors. If you can allow me to be myself around you, I always say this, if you can allow me to be authentic around you, then I will love you forever. And if you give me any weird vibes and I feel like I can't be myself around you, then I'm out, bro. It's like, fuck. It's like I got to jump off. Like I got to get the fuck out of here. And that's what everyone does. My family does not allow me to be myself. And that's the fucking problem. I love them more than anything in the world. I give them all the money I have. I give them half of my career. I fucked my career up over being around my mom and dad. I fucked everything up, giving my money away to everybody. And I'm fucking dealing with the shit now where it's like I'm catching up to everything that all the mistakes I made. And I'm still not myself. They still don't allow me to be me. Anything I do on the internet, my mom calls me. Can you please take that post down? It's like, yo, why the fuck are you on my Instagram? Like, yo, why are you on Instagram? Why are you watching me? What the fuck? It's like, get the fuck off Instagram, bro. Like, it's bad enough I'm getting 3,000 comments of people calling me the F word and calling me this and calling me that, calling me all these bad fucking things.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, if you're calling me gay on the internet, it's a compliment. Period. Like using the F word and calling someone gay is not a fucking insult.
No.
It's a compliment because everyone that's gay in the world is my heroes. It's people I look up to. Every designer, everything, anyone who's gay is my hero, period. If you have anything to say, if you use the F word or you call me the G word, any word you want to use me is not an insult. If you're watching this, is not an insult, period. I don't see it as an insult. I see it as a compliment. That's something that's like, if you're still using that word to insult somebody, you're completely out of it. You're completely late.
Yeah. I mean, that's childish. It's not
it's not even childish. It's like congratulations. You're at a party by yourself. Yeah. Yikes.
Yep.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it.
When I'm dealing with those words on the internet, And then I'm having my mom calling me and telling me, why'd you wear that? Or why'd you do this? Or why'd you do that? Or why'd you say this? It's just like, yo, you're supposed to be calling me to fucking uplift me. If I'm not reading the comments and now I got to read it from you on the phone,
Right.
you're double downing on this shit. And I don't want to fucking hear it. Like, don't call me to tell me what TMZ wrote about me. Don't call me what you read about me in a magazine. Like, all my friends that call me to talk about things they read about me on a magazine.
You want someone to love you, talk to you about you, not what other people say or what you see on the internet.
Exactly. And the second somebody brings, like, I broke up with this girl who brought up, somebody said something about me on the internet, and she like, oh, did you hear what they wrote about you? I'm like, yo, where did you want to go? And I dropped her off and left, blocked her number, and never spoke to her again. I do not want to hear that shit. Like, if you are a real supporter and you're a real friend, don't tell me what they're saying about me. Tell me why they were so comfortable to tell you. Tell me why you were so comfortable to rub it in my face. If you knew it was making me feel bad and down, why are you telling me what they're saying about me? I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah. Well, I listen to you talk and hear the stories from family to the comments on Instagram to different things, and I can't help myself but think that it puts you in dark spaces that obviously you mentioned you haven't talked about before.
Yeah.
I'm not pressuring you to say something you don't want to.
Yeah.
But this show is, about helping people, and through experiences, relatability. Can you look back at a dark moment or your darkest rock bottom when you've been dealing with that criticism, that ability to not be yourself?
I mean, bro, like, I remember. It's crazy because I've had those moments multiple times.
Sure.
Not just not being myself. Like, bro, I've had moments when I was being managed by somebody who said to me, yo, I can't do anything for you. Figure it out, bro. Figure it out yourself, and left me on Santa Monica Boulevard. And I was like, what, bro, like, what do I do? Like, he's like, dude, I'm dropping you off by the pizzeria. You figure the shit out because I'm not helping you. I can't manage you. Left me for dead. You understand? I've had people that happen to me multiple times. I've had meetings in the label where they looked at me and go, you're too fat, you're too ugly, you're not attractive, you're never gonna fucking make it. Bro, I've had the worst shit happen to me, dude. I've had people fucking sign me and not look at me in my eyes. But you need to realize in life, bro, you can't be taking everything personal either, because people are not going to stare at you. Like, you don't stare at the sun, yet the sun still rises and doesn't take it personal and does what it needs to do. Yeah. Just because I hurt your eyes and you're not trying to look at me because I'm shining, I'm not going to stop shining.
Right.
I'm still going to rise.
Yeah.
And it's just life, bro. Like, in life, I've dealt with so much shit. People left me for dead, mad when they see me, and I'm still alive and I'm still going. It's like, bro, I've had so many moments in the music business that I've dealt with shit that would have killed anybody, and I'm still here. I don't have parents that even speak English. I don't have no connections in the music business, and I made millions of dollars in the music business. I signed to Jay-Z, bro.
Yep.
You can't tell me nothing, bro. I signed to my favorite rapper, bro. You can't tell me nothing. There's nothing you can tell me. I told people I was going to sign to Jay-Z. That was 15 years ago. And they said to me, my ex-girl's like, yo, you're crazy. Because I made her wait for me outside while I ran into the museum in Brooklyn to give him my CD. And his security guard mushed me on the ground. Then weeks later, he drops a book, and I take $1 off of everybody on the line, and I buy the book, and I make him sign it, and I put my CD in the book. He grabs it and throws it in the garbage, signs it, gives me the book bag. Like, there's so much fucking times where I went and tried to sign to Jay, and he never signed me. And then I finally signed to him. Yeah, it happened late, but it still happened. I never gave up. Yep. And it's like, yo, if you want something that bad, then just don't give up, because you either quit or keep going. They both hurt. Just pick one. You know what I mean? And I'd rather keep going and have somebody tell me, oh, you that guy that used to, like, when you watch fucking Along Came Polly, and they're like, oh, you're the guy from Crocodile Tears. He's like, yeah, you want a picture? They're like, nah. I just remember you from the fucking movie, and they're over you. And it's just like, bro, no, dude. Like, I was signed to RCA Records. I got off RCA Records because they didn't know what to do with me. I was not in one genre. I had no A&R. They were like, yo, you're a fucking star, but what do we do with you? I was a killer whale my entire life. Fuck SeaWorld, and I'm tired of it. I was like, yo, I'm in a small pool surrounded by sharks and a bunch of people that have never done anything with their life, and they're trying to control this big fucking orca. And I was like, yo, I need to break free. Liberation is the key. There's no peace without liberation. I was not in peace because I couldn't see peace because they were wearing mittens, waving. And I'm just sitting there like, they don't understand me. I need to break free. I need to be liberated. And the second that I express how I'm feeling, that I'm frustrated, the industry calls you difficult.
Your story, no matter what it is, dealing with that agent, dealing with record labels, dealing with things at home, it's been a challenge because you haven't been able to be you and get rewarded for it. But I give you all the props in the world because what? A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, you said, fuck it, I'm doing it myself and going independent?
Yeah, 2023, I started Orca Sound Records, which is, Orca, ORCA, which is off RCA. And that's what Orca is. And, you know, it's like, oh, welcome to Shark Tank. Like everything in America is shark, 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 shark. And it's like, yo, sharks run when they see orcas. So in a way, it's like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, think like, oh, they're running away because they don't want to do business with you. No, they're running away because you're not able to be used. You're not able to be fucked. Mm-hmm. Same people that were supposed to work my album, who ended up doing me dirty, are calling me for a job to work at my label.
That's the powerful thing about trusting yourself.
Yeah.
And finally diving in on you, which like that empowerment I want to just touch on because it takes a lot of balls to say fuck it to the industry and do it yourself.
Yeah.
So to see that being rewarded, you mentioned your new album that you're working on that's about to come out. Like,
yeah,
having moments like that, like we've talked about a lot of trauma and tough shit.
Yeah.
But when it comes to feeling that empowerment, feeling that reward, what has that process been like?
Man, it feels good. It's as difficult as it is, and it's very difficult to wake up every day, be your own boss, answer your own texts, Luckily, shout out to Forefront Group, my PR. Very, very dope to work with, very on point. If you're a new artist and you're looking for a great PR that actually answers your email, is on point, shout out to my PR, Forefront, dope. When you have dope people like that and you build your own team, makes it easier, but it's very, very difficult to be your own boss. So I have to answer to me, and I don't answer to nobody. But at the same time, I don't have to wait and be like I did an 80s album in 2015. I dropped it in 2020. Why? Because I was waiting for them to drop it. So I don't have to answer to no one. And it's a great feeling. That power is amazing. I wake up every day. I do what I love. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. That is the greatest thing about it. But the music business has taken a crazy, crazy hit since 2020. We're all dealing with it, regardless of what level. You could be the biggest artist in the world. You're still dealing with craziness because of what happened with music. Is we were trapped in our houses and everything became so accessible.
Right.
It's this new thing in the world called main character syndrome. You might know about this because everybody thinks they're the main character and you're not. You're a fucking fan. And if you come to a show, you listen to the music, you enjoy it. If you like it, if you don't, cool. But you don't say things like, I like your music, check out mine. Because if everyone's the artist, then who are the fans?
Right.
In the most respectful way.
No,
I'm not saying that you can't be the artist, but you can be the artist. But if you're not willing to die for it, move out the fucking way because you're taking up space. And that's what's going on. It's like 10 million songs being uploaded every Friday.
Right, on Spotify.
On Spotify.
Right, yeah.
And back in the day, it was like you jump online, you wait for the song, you grab it, you look at the package, you feel it, you look at it. That's why when you have cash in your hands, you don't spend it as much as swiping.
Right.
So you go, touching it, reading the lyrics, looking at the album. And you go, wow, this is incredible. And you enjoy the music. Even if yo, dude, when you went to Blockbuster and you rented that
I love
DVD,
this.
you fucking watched the movie.
It was
Even
a
when
big deal.
it was a big deal. You watched the movie front to back. You knew that you had to watch it because you rented it and you had to make your money's worth, right?
Yep.
So even if it was trash, you watched it. Now you turn on your TV, a million fucking movies, one click away.
Yep.
And you do not know what to pick. So that's why when you're selling merch, sell 2 shirts and that's it. You're fucking putting too many options.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to pick nothing.
You've heard Gashi say it a bunch where he was scared as a man to be vulnerable and show those feelings, thinking that it's not masculine. Look, I felt the same thing. There's probably a lot of you young men and men listening and watching right now that felt the exact same or maybe feel the exact same right now. And that's why I want to tell you about Man Therapy. Go to mantherapy.org to learn and see so many amazing tools and resources to help us men who might feel like we can't be vulnerable finally take the best care of our mental health. They have this amazing, just this quick 2-minute test called their 18-point head inspection. It'll ask you basic questions about your everyday life, work, interest, and your mental health, again, to show you that it is okay to ask for help. And there's amazing resources meant for just men, just like you and I and Gashi. You hear it throughout our conversation. Our dads maybe didn't understand mental health like we did. Now we are taking those steps together as men. So I want you to go to mantherapy.org today to find those amazing tools and resources for us men. Suicide can be tough to talk about, but that's why the Happiness Project is helping us break the stigma. After losing their classmate Nick, his friends knew they had to do something to help save lives. So that's when the Happiness Project was born, a clothing brand to raise awareness for mental health and suicide prevention with t-shirts and hoodies just like this to start a conversation and let people know they are not alone. To learn more, follow @Happiness Project on social media and use the code MENTALGAME for 15% off your first order at happinessproject.com. Last thing I'm going to ask you real quick, because you talk about the struggle there and like young artists and how it's changing.
Yeah.
I always ask at the end for the final question, what advice would you give to someone that's trying to come up, trying to make it? But I'll give you the option to either answer that question or maybe a young kid that was like you, that was just struggling to be themselves, not from America, being here, trying to make it. What advice would you give to either one of them?
Well, I give a lot of advice to whoever is watching this. And my advice to you is live for yourself. Your life is a fallen airplane. And if you're trying to put the mask on everyone around you before you put it on yourself, you're not going to be able to do that because you're going to die. So take care of yourself first. Put the mask on and then help everyone else out. Make sure you take care of you first. You can't really look out for anyone or love anyone unless you love yourself. And for a long time, I'm just now learning to love myself. And like I said in the beginning of this, I live for my parents. I live for other people. And I'm just learning to live for myself now. If you're watching this, get up, get out of your parents' house, go out there. Don't be scared. Get a passport, travel the world, be well traveled, and do it for yourself. Because the longer you stay in one spot, the harder it is going to be for you to leave. And my advice for everyone out there is just be kind. And when I say be kind, I don't mean be kind, Ellen, fake kind. I mean, be actually kind. Be a good person. Have conversations. Help people. And whatever business you're in, watch what you say and watch what you do, because you'll see everyone 3, 4, 5 times in this lifetime, especially in a business as small as the music business. Just be kind to everyone. That little nerd that's coming to give you your tea while you're about to have an interview, that kid is going to end up having his own office 8 years and be the biggest agent. And he's going to remember when you said, please, thank you, and shook his hand. Just be kind to everyone. Everyone's important. And if you need help, ask for it. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. You can't do it alone all the time.
Well, you said loving yourself.
Yeah.
That is the question I ask about what does mental health mean to you.
Yeah.
That is my answer to it, because I did not love myself until like a year and a half ago.
How'd you get there?
I had to realize that I wasn't going to find that love in a relationship, in work, in anything else.
Yeah.
It had to be me being happy with myself. I was never happy being me. I was always ashamed of my emotions, to being too emotional as a man, being single, not being married, not having kids, not having money. I mean, like everything from the outside. Now, like I might have a tough moment, but I don't have like I really don't have tough days anymore. Like I have, because I finally realized
You're
that.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, no one's ever okay 100% of the time. And mental health, you always have to work on. But realizing that, like, I love me, and I don't got to worry about what anyone thinks of me, or, like, look for any love from anywhere else, that is a powerful thing.
I think that's what I meant with you're okay with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're okay with being, like, not married.
Yeah.
Is that what I...
Yeah, it used to be my number one thing all day, stuff like that.
Why do you think you wanted to be married so bad?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was just always that guy that romanticized, like, wanting to get married, have kids. And I've always been this, like, single one, fifth, seventh, whatever, 101st wheel, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But now, like, do I want that one day? Sure. But I found my purpose in what I do with mental health and the mental game.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't worry about that every day anymore.
Yeah, I mean, kids are dope, bro, but kids are overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fair.
You make kids, they grow up, and then they just leave you. Kids are overrated, man. Be an uncle, dude.
I'm a great uncle.
I'm the greatest uncle in the fucking world.
Shout out Joey, just turned 3.
All right, yo, Joey, grrr, bow, bow, bow.
That's fantastic.
Yo, I got 4, you know what I'm saying, that I take care of. They're my kids, 4 kids. I take care of them. They're my children, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the greatest in the world to them, and I am their superhero. They see me as their superhero. They know what's up. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
And what were you going to say?
I was going to say, well, I want you to realize that you're a superhero yourself and to love yourself.
Thank you, man.
Because there's a lot of emotion coming out of you.
Yeah, I got all fucked up a little bit. I needed to calm down.
It's okay. It's okay. But, like, I want you to love yourself and put yourself first. The advice you give to other people, I hope I talk to you in 6 months from now and you tell me, yeah, I did.
Bro, listen to me. I'm more comfortable in my skin than I ever was.
Yeah.
There was a point in my life where I felt trapped in my body. And I just told you I'm agoraphobic. I just told you that I need to get out. Now imagine being trapped in your own body.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
I felt trapped in the world and I needed to get out. That's how much anxiety. I have a hole in my heart. So the anxiety I have, literally have a hole in my heart. I was born with a hole in my heart.
Mm.
So the amount of anxiety I have as a person is not the same anxiety somebody else would have.
Yeah.
I'm also on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me, who diagnosed you? Bitch, I diagnosed myself.
You know yourself best.
Yeah, I know myself best. I'm like, yo, the thing is, thank God I'm on the spectrum. If I am, here's why. I noticed that a lot of people talk shit about me in the room. And I noticed that a lot of people laugh at me when I'm dancing, acting goofy.
Mm-hmm.
They go, yo, he's nuts. He's crazy, right? They say these things. I'm being serious.
I mean, I've heard it for myself, like for me.
But I've never paid attention to it, which is me being on the spectrum. So I never paid attention to what people were saying about me. And that's what got me where I am now with no mom and dad being rich,
mm-hmm.
not having no connections. I got here because I was on the spectrum and I didn't care what anyone had to say about me. But now I'm way smarter than I ever was. And I'm learning everything and I have so much social awareness now.
Yeah.
And it's getting scary because I'm starting to look at what people are saying about me and I hate that I'm paying attention. So it's like really scary because in the beginning, I'm like, yo, it was awesome not paying attention to these things.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck am I paying attention now? It's hurting me. It's not helping me. And, you know, I do think about having kids. I was going to marry the biggest artist in the world. I got this woman's eyes tattooed on me. At one point in my life, she didn't live too far from here. I was going to marry the biggest artist in the fucking world, and it was my dream girl. I had her picture on my wall. And you know, it didn't happen. I was living with her in a house, and I realized that God brought her into my life to show me that you could be the biggest artist in the world and the problems don't stop.
Fair.
So everything I was chasing, I had to stop, relax, sit the fuck down, and realize something. You can't get where you need to get to unless you stop and take care of yourself. I needed to take care of myself, bro.
Yep.
I hold myself accountable now. I never did that before.
Yeah.
I say sorry now right away. And I don't say sorry in a narcissistic way.
No, it's real.
It's real. Because narcissistic motherfuckers say sorry to you.
But don't really care.
And don't really care. They say sorry, but don't care. They say sorry, and if you don't accept their apology, they're like running after you. That's weird. Like, you know.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. I want to end on this. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
Please keep loving yourself. And I'm excited for all the new music to come out, bro.
Thanks, man. You know, I'm gonna get to that. I appreciate you having me on the show. Thank you so much for having me, honestly. And mental health is the most important part of a human being. And you can fix a broken finger, you can fix a bone, but fixing a brain is the most difficult thing. And when you see homelessness in LA, I pull over and I say a prayer.
Yep.
God is the biggest. You can go see a therapist, you can go see everything. I just want to say this right now on the record. God is the biggest. If you want to get help and you're going through it right now, your friends can help, your family can help, he can help, everybody can help. But there's no help like God. Saying a prayer and praying to God, that is the biggest pill. That is your medication. If you can sit there and have a relationship, whatever your God is, universe, that's the way for you to get out of every situation you're in. You find peace when you find God.
Amen.
So,
Beautiful,
amen.
beautiful way to end it. Thanks so much, brother, for coming on. We'll see everyone right back
you.
here next week on The Mental Game.
And I love that conversation with Gashi. As you heard, he has so much energy. He can get loud at times, but he's passionate about mental health and music. He's got a bunch of new music on the way, as you heard him say, working on his new album. He just got off tour with Marky Basie and G-Eazy. Great artist. Go check out his stuff all over Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen. Great guy, great artist. Once again, big thanks to Gashi for coming on The Mental Game. Next week, another surprise guest right back here on The Mental Game.